brought to you by WikiVD Documentaries. Canelo Alvarez.
Santos Saúl Álvarez Barragán, commonly known as Saúl Alvarez, or by his nickname, Canelo Alvarez, is a Mexican professional boxer. He is a two-weight world champion, having held the Ring magazine middleweight title since 2015. Previously he had 2 reigns as light middleweight world champion, holding the WBA, WBC, and Ring titles between 2011 and 2013, and the WBO title from 2016 to 2017.
At middleweight he also held the WBC and lineal titles between 2015 and 2017. As of May 2017, Alvarez is ranked as the world's best boxer, pound for pound, by BoxRec, and 8th by the Transnational Boxing Rankings Board and the Ring. He is also ranked as the world's best light middleweight by the TBRB and BoxRec, as well as ranked the best middleweight by the Ring and 2nd by the TBRB.
Beginnings. In an interview, Alvarez explained that he was born in the city of Guadalajara, Jalisco, but his family was at the time living in San Agustín de la Jomulco de Zúñiga. At the age of 5, his family moved to their current home of Juanacatlán, Jalisco. Growing up on his family's farm, he learned horseback riding, which he continues today. Alvarez is the youngest of 8 children, 7 of them boys. All of his brothers also became professional boxers.
Among his brothers are welterweight boxers Ramon Alvarez, Ricardo Alvarez, and former interim WBA world champion, Rigoberto Alvarez. Canelo, in Spanish, is the masculine word for cinnamon, which is a common nickname for people with red hair.
Amateur career. Alvarez started boxing at 13 years old, after watching his older brother Rigoberto Alvarez's debut as a professional boxer. In 2004 he won the silver medal at the Junior Mexican National Championships, held in Sinaloa. He became the 2005 Junior Mexican National Boxing Champion in Tuxtla Gutiérrez, Chiapas, at the age of 15. Canelo has an amateur record of 44-2. Early years. Alvarez turned professional at 15, shortly after his championship at the Junior Nationals, because his trainers at the time, father and son team Chepo and Eddie Reynoso, were unable to find suitable junior opponents for him. In his first 19 months as a professional, he knocked out 11 of his 13 documented opponents, all of whom were significantly older. However, the elder Reynoso stated in 2013 that Alvarez had fought 10 more times in that span, winning all 10 by knockout, but that these fights were so poorly documented that it was not worth the trouble to seek to have the record corrected.
His weight fluctuated in his 3 years as a professional, including 2 documented fights within the light welterweight limit of 140 pounds before he settled in the welterweight division at 147 pounds. Alvarez's third official bout of his career was a win over future IBF lightweight champion Miguel Vázquez on January 20, 2006. At his hometown of Guadalajara, Jalisco. On June 28, 2008, Alvarez defeated Miguel Vázquez again in a rematch. He also made world history in that fight card, when all of his 6 brothers fought on the same night, Canelo being the youngest.
The only downside was that 3 of them failed to win their pro debuts. The other 4 more experienced brothers won. On March 6, 2010, he got a crushing third-round knockout over Brian Camishas in Tuxtla Gutiérrez, Chiapas. Alvarez defeated Jose Miguel Cotto on May 1, 2010, on the Floyd Mayweather vs.
Shane Mosley undercard in the MGM Grand Garden Arena on HBO PPV, to retain his NABF welterweight title.
Light middleweight. His sixth-round TKO win over Luciano Leonel Cuello for the WBC silver light middleweight bout was held in the Vicente Fernandez Arena.
During the post-fight interview, Mexican singer Vicente Fernandez gave Alvarez a horse. He was also given a horse by the mayor of Tepic, where Alvarez sometimes trains. He next fought against the former WBC welterweight champion Carlos Baldomir at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, on the Shane Mosley vs. Sergio Mora undercard.
Baldomir stated in a pre-fight interview that he wants the winner of Mora vs. Mosley, as he said, "After I knock out El Canelo." Baldomir weighed in at 153.4 pounds for the bout. That was contracted for 151 pounds. In California, if a fighter is overweight, he is penalized 20% of his person. That percent is given to the other fighter. However, Alvarez declined to take the extra $12,000 from Baldomir.
In the sixth round, Alvarez landed a crushing blow that knocked Baldomir out cold. Alvarez is the only one to knock Baldomir out and is only the second boxer ever to stop Carlos Baldomir. Alvarez successfully defended his light middleweight title unanimously versus former world champion Lovemore Ndou in Veracruz. It was a competitive fight despite the wide margins on the official scorecards of 120,108 and 119,109. WBC light middleweight champion. On March 5, 2011, Alvarez defeated EBU welterweight champion Matthew Hatton by unanimous decision for the vacant WBC light middleweight belt. The bout was televised on HBO and took place at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. Alvarez was docked a point in the seventh round for hitting after the break. All three ringside judges scored the bout at 119,108 in favor of Alvarez. He lost 1 point for an illegal punch in the seventh round, which was uniformly scored 9-9. Alvarez landed 47% of his 626 punches, including 53% of his power shots, while Hatton connected with just 25% of his 546 total blows. Alvarez successfully defended his newly awarded WBC light middleweight title against the ring-ranked super welterweight and current EBU light middleweight champion, Ryan Rhodes. Alvarez defeated Rhodes by a technical knockout victory in the 12th round on June 18, 2011. In Guadalajara, Jalisco. On the 17th of September 2011, Alvarez successfully defended his title with a TKO in round 6 over the contender competitor Alfonso Gomez at the Staples Center, Los Angeles, winning by technical knockout victory in the 6th round. Alvarez got a knockdown in round 1. But there were a couple cautious rounds that left Gomez win the majority of the first 5 rounds. Alvarez was looking for one shot and got it in the 6th round. He backed up Gomez with a right hand and followed up with a flurry to get the referee to jump in and stop the fight. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVD Documentaries. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.